reefers.
Part 2, how to remove old silicone from an old tank. The next part of this build is going to be removing the old silicone from the seams, taping it up, and re-siliconing it because there were quite a few problem areas that were not so great. As you can see, I've made a good mess. There's still quite a bit on there. Removing the bulk of it is just the first step, but you also have to remove the chemical residue on the back end. So to begin, I'm going to be using a hair dryer and this tool right here, which you can pick up from like Home Depot or Lowe's. It's got a flat edge on it, a scraper. Comes in handy when trying to remove silicone. So let's get started. Alright, so I broke a sweat on that one. The bottom seams were all in there pretty good. I think the hair dryer helped a little bit, but didn't seem like it helped that much. Maybe if I left it on there longer, but you'd have to leave it on there a long time. Or maybe have a higher powered blow dryer than what I currently have. So I'm going to vacuum this stuff out, then take the razor blade to it, see how much I can get off. And then the last step will be to use a chemical to remove the residue from the silicone, because when you re-silicone, you want to make sure you get all possible silicone off, all possible residue off. Silicone does not attach very well to old silicone. You basically want a very clean surface free of all silicone and residue before you attempt to re-silicone anything. Okay, so if you have never re-siliconed a tank before, let me show you how incredibly tedious and horrible it is. It's really not that bad. It is very tedious and time consuming. I'm sure there's some people out here that are watching this and probably know a better way to do this, but this is how I've been doing it. I got the majority of it up. Take your handy dandy razor blade and you basically just scratch the very edges of it. See that little bit of silicone that's coming up? It's basically just leftover residue that's left down there. So you scrape it like this all the way around the tank. This is probably the second time I've gone around it, you know, because after you clean it once, you find more spots that you missed. You gotta look at it in different angles of light. And then be very meticulous about getting up all the silicone. Some people may enjoy this. I certainly do not. It's a labor of love, you know. It's a labor of love. And then you vacuum all that out. Okay, so here's the first screw up. I ordered my glass, I did my measurements, but I did not leave myself enough room for when you have to put the glass in. You can't just put it straight in, drop it in, because I have to turn it diagonally. So whenever you turn it diagonally, since this is 3/8 inch glass, you actually make it slightly longer than its true measurements are when placed flat. So because of that, it hits both sides and I'm not able to get it in. So I have to take it back to the glass shop and have them take off another 1/8. So just a hassle. Hopefully they won't charge me for it, but definitely something I should have thought of. So after the third trip to the glass shop, it finally fits. They were very nice. They did not complain when I asked them to recut it 2 more times, but it finally fits. Also, my silicone came in. This is what I will be using, a black silicone. It is Dow Corning 732, color black. It is reef safe, fish safe. It's 100% silicone, no additives, nothing that's going to hurt any fish. It does take about 6 days to cure though. It is a little more heavier duty stuff. I wanted to make sure I got something strong. Since this is an older tank, I probably would have been fine with just regular silicone, but it's 200 gallons, so I'd like to go a little more heavy duty on making sure this thing does not leak. Just finished taping all the seams off. This is just painter's tape. It is nowhere near perfect, but I think it will be fine. I tried to go a little bit larger than what I thought I needed just to be safe, because when I smooth it out, it is going to spread out quite a bit. So before I put the tape down, I did rub it down with some acetone just to clean the glass even more. It actually revealed a few spots that I had missed, so glad I did that. I don't know if I'm happy with this. This Dow Corning sets up way faster than I thought it was going to. It says it takes an hour till it gets dry to the touch, but I mean, I barely didn't have enough time to smooth it out after I got done running silicone all the way around it, and I also was not using enough, so I had to do like a second pass, and it was just, gosh, not very smooth. It was already starting to set up, so it is not pretty. I am glad I put tape down, because it would have been a horrible, horrible mess if I didn't have tape. And when I pulled the tape up, it started, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it started pulling up some of the edges just a little bit, where it started to get tacky. I was trying to see if I could find a good example of that. Kind of see right in here. Kind of pull it up just a little bit. And if I try to push it down, it just makes a freaking mess. So I guess it's really not all that bad. It's just not as pretty as I wanted it to be, but I'm pretty sure it'll do the job. I do like the black. It looks really good from the outside. It's kind of hard to see from the glare from the light, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. The black looks good. It's just ugly if you look at it from the top and from the inside, which you typically will not be doing. So that is how you clean and silicone an old tank, sort of. Thanks for watching, guys. The next step will be to put this pane of glass, I'm going to clear silicone it onto this side so that way it doesn't look so ugly. That will be reinforcements. I need to get started on the stand, cleaning that up. I'm going to put some plywood on there. Also, I need to drill my 40 breeders. This is going to be my sump. I haven't really talked about these, but I'm going to drill these together. One will be refugium, the other one will be for protein skimming, and that will be my sump. I'm going to do something with the 55s. We shall see. Well, thanks again, guys. I will see you on the next one.
Jumping off the porch like mom's not home. Tell me why the best things feel so wrong.